Hello, and welcome to a new episode of Trueslider Gaming. I'm sitting here, waiting for something on the screen to show up. Oh, audio? It's not even coming through. Hello, and welcome to another episode of Trueslider Gaming. We are starting our playthrough of Pillars of Eternity 2, Deadfire at the loss of audio. Oh, it crashed. Well, that definitely bodes well. I'm playing in the 5.0. Oh. Is this even the right game? There we go. That sounds better. Are you gonna let me play the game now? I really want to. It's been 2 minutes. Ah, there we go. Something tells me that we're gonna have to keep a lot of quick saves up. But yes, this is Pillars of Eternity, Deadfire. So let's get started. So, full disclosure, I haven't actually done a full playthrough of this game. In fact, I don't even think I beat Pillars of Eternity after I got screwed up. But something I can go back to someday. Oh. Alright, this is patch 5.0 with turn-based mode and the final patch, I guess they called it. I think we'll give turn-based mode a try. Okay, well, we're in for a long series. What the hell is level scaling? Level scaling provides a consistent level of challenge to players while exploring Deadfire. While enabled, enemies within a scene will adjust their level up or down, depending on the player's character level relative to the intended level for the scene. Is that basically like, should you be in this area jumping around? I mean, if we're playing as a party, I think we're going to get screwed either way. What's expert mode again? Expert mode disables the number of helper features in the game. Players who want to rely on their own faculties and intuition while playing the game should play in expert mode. I don't mind difficulty. I don't like walking around in the dark. And we will avoid Trial of Iron because maybe not for our first playthrough. What's critical path? I don't know. None. Let's not mess with anything. Pretty. More loading. I wonder if there's going to be a ton of loading in this game. Not saying it shouldn't happen, I'm just saying it's hard to tell when it's a catastrophic failure. Like the intro. Oh, something?
Aora. A world where mortals live, die, and are reborn through the turning of the wheel. The cycle of reincarnation watched over by the gods, and made possible through pillars of a mystical substance known as Audra. 5 years ago, you traveled from your home to the Deerwood, a nation that had waged war against the incarnated god of light, Aethys, resulting in his destruction. The country suffered from a plague of hollowborn, infants born without souls, that many believed was punishment for killing a god. In an ancient, secluded ruin, you witnessed a secret ritual that inadvertently transformed you into a watcher. One who can see and speak with souls. The ritual also gave you horrible visions, waking nightmares of a past life that threatened your sanity. To put them to rest, you pursued the man who had led the ritual, a seemingly immortal agent of the gods, known as Theos Ix Arcanon. With divine assistance, you confronted and defeated Theos, ending your visions and resolving the Hollowborn crisis. In so doing, you also learned the great secret that Theos had protected. That the ancient empire of Anguith had transformed themselves into gods. Your visions finally put to rest, you retired to the castle of Cadnua, built atop a massive statue of pure Audra, where you ruled in relative peace and prosperity.
I think Theos is missing an N. Undercover Thanos.
Made a nice story. You fixing up that old keep? Lifting the curse? Must have told it 100 times. But something got to gnawing at me. Thinking the spirits there weren't really at rest. That maybe the gods weren't finished with us. I used to dream that when my god came back, he would forgive us. That's the trouble with dreams. Sooner or later, we all have to wake up.
Oh. We're just some random Jube?
And so you wake to a sleepless world. The in-between of life and death.
I'm pretty sure we died.
Follow your memories. You have been here before.
I think I vaguely remember.
You have seen past the shroud. You are a watcher now, and a watcher you will stay.
Yes, the old hanging tree of fun. I have to say the intro was definitely a lot more engaging than Pillars 1.
Sees souls, knows their pasts, and the souls see them back.
Is this the line ride to Disneyland?
A dubious honor, inheriting a fortress both broken and cursed.
Yes. The throne statue lady that we weren't allowed to sit on. And the house that constantly had problems.
What is a god? A higher power?
A rewarder of good deeds and punisher of the wicked?
I believe Instagram calls them influencers. Thank you very much.
The gods aren't real, but something else entirely. Something created by people.
Irony. Irony in that timing. Oof. Like, hit the nail on the head.
And did you ever consider that these were things you were never meant to understand? That their comprehension is beyond you?
I mean, sometimes I think it becomes IQ 400, but I wouldn't go that far. I wouldn't write a tale about them. Uh-oh.
The world see. Let them decide what to do.
Is this where we evaporate into nothing?
The wheel has turned again, Watcher. Come.
Go on. If this keeps up, I'm going to reinstall this thing on my solid state. Because loading times are gross. We'll see how it is. There's nothing... I mean, it's not like we haven't sat at a black screen doing absolutely nothing except talking before. That's like the theme of my show. Good.
An aged dwarf shares this strange floating platform with you. His face is creased by so many wrinkles that his features lie buried amid shadowy pockets of skin. Still, the dwarf's well-practiced habits have left telltale tracks of a welcoming rictus across his visage.
Go on.
You can see his smile coming before it blooms, reshaping the dwarf's face from a hanging sack of flesh into something resembling an oddly carved, merry gourd, replete with unhealthy bumps and discolored splotches.
That is not a smile that I would consider coming to bloom. More like a fire that needs to be put out with a shovel. Candles? Oh, terror reading.
Sit. Please.
No, I'll stand, thanks. Tutorials off. I guess I should keep tutorials on. It has been like 6 years.
Thank you for joining us, Watcher of Cadnua.
The gaunt woman seated at the table is clad in time-worn black armor that seems too massive for her to move in.
That's unfortunate.
A pale, slender neck rises from the gorget, topped by a hollow face. The milky skin stretched across it is delicate and translucent, like parchment that has been scraped clean too many times. She is preoccupied with the arrangement of cards on the table between you. With each movement, her armor squeaks and groans as though bearing an incredible weight. She places a final card, gives a nod of satisfaction, and raises her eyes to meet yours.
Your brush with the divine has drained you of your powers, fractured your memories. Look upon these cards. They represent the courses of your life. You alone know best how they flowed. Arrange them to fit what you remember.
Legacy. Oh, it's how Pillars of Eternity 1 ended. Well, you'll be happy to know I have no clue. Okay, so if we went with Benevolent Soul, in Pillars of Eternity, you return the lost Hollowborn souls to the Direwood children. As you had pledged to Hylia, you were kind and merciful to the people you encountered, sympathetic to their pain, and charitable to those who needed help. What up, fair and balanced? In Pillars of Eternity, you returned the lost Hollowborn souls to the wheel, as you pledged to Barath. Who are you? How come you can let me click? Oh, there we go. Wait. There we go. God of Death, Cycles, Doorways, Mortality, and Inevitability. Barath is thought to have This thought to seek to claim the lives of those who have lived past their time. Survival of the fittest. You use the souls of the Hollowborn to strengthen the Direwood as you pledge to Galawain. What kind of evil shit is he? God of the hunt, assassin's pursuit, wilderness, and predatory creatures. Sometimes thought to take the form of a fur-clad hunter or a great hound. Galawain favors the survival of the strongest and culling of the weak. Most other choices were made to strengthen you and your allies while punishing and weakening your enemies. I mean, that's something I might do. Dark times. In Pillars of Eternity, you consigned with the souls... Come on, stop making up words. You consigned the souls of Hollowborn to oblivion, as you had pledged to Rimmergrand. You left a physical wake of destruction and spiritual annihilation wherever you went, seeking to bring a final end to all things. Maybe not. Maybe we'll play a goody-goody run. In Pillars of Eternity, you pledged to consign the souls of the Hollowborn to oblivion, as Rimgard requested... Oh, text message. But you ultimately gave the souls to Wodaka. You supported maintaining the god's secrets as well as your own. And then, as I throw this away, everything bad. You did everything wrong. You pledged to do the bidding of every god, and then scattered the souls of the Hollowborn to random location. You got every companion killed, you got the worst outcome for every quest. If there is a mistake that you could have made while still resolving the Hollowborn crisis, you made it. Not suggested for new players. Oh, just... You can't even tempt me with that. We screwed it up so much that there is no point to even having a plot in the first story. Yeah, I think that's what happened.
Good. Welcome to the Beyond. I am Bareth. One half, anyway.
She points a finger in the direction of the dwarf who led you here. Though the movement is slight, her gauntlet squeaks like a rusty hinge. The dwarf's rictus returns as he nods in the woman's direction.
That smile.
Tell me, do you remember when we last met?
I don't remember.
You prayed for my help in reaching Theos, beyond the Court of Penitence, and pledged yourself to me.
I did.
You made similar vows to Rimmergand, Helia, and Galawain.
The skin of her face pulls tight as the edges of her mouth curl into a macabre smile.
Those are all the gods I pissed off.
The wheel turns for all mortals, Watcher. You had to know that sooner or later your turn would come.
She slaps a card down, a broken bell in a tower. The crack of the card on the table ripples through your soul like a shockwave, leaving you momentarily disoriented. Her fingertips slowly drag away from the card, faintly creaking as they retreat across the table.
There will be time to deal with that later.
Her black eyes stare through you, unblinking, for a long, uncomfortable moment.
Stop staring.
You had need of the gods once before. Now it seems we have need of you.
Oh, is that so?
The being that occupied Odnua's statue beneath your castle was the dead god, Aothas. Of this we are certain. What we do not know is what his intentions are. Though Aothas stole a large fragment of your soul, you were strong enough to survive the onslaught and enter the in-between. You and he are still connected. He has chosen a body made of living Audra, perfused with the power of thousands of souls, including yours. It should be little difficulty for an experienced Watcher to find him.
Well, why don't you just do it yourself?
Taking a physical form in Aora is fraught with peril. Most mortal minds and bodies are incapable of containing divine power. It can lead to problems, as Aothas learned not long ago.
Will they give us backstory if I click on Aothas? God of Rebirth, Redemption, Dawn of Spring, or Dawn, Spring, and Light, traditionally shown as a man bearing a candle and wearing a silver crown. He recently reformed his essence at the statue of Meros Nua between Cadnua. In the process of pulling himself from the endless paths, he destroyed the castle and left the Watcher of Cadnua at the brink of death. Oh. That's us.
Her armored hand gingerly places a card sideways on the table. It features a man with a burst of light instead of a head.
Well, I'd like to find him as much as you would. He destroyed my castle and killed who knows how many people around it.
I know. It is my business to know. 322 in Cadnua and your surrounding lands. Their souls remain in Aethys still. You have the power to save them. Serve me and I will return you to your body. Or don't, and return to the wheel.
I'll take the wheel. Alright, let's do it.
Good. Before you return to Aora as my herald, you must remember who you were. The last whisper of life and death.
For a moment, the sockets of her eyes darken, leaving the pits of a death's head gazing out at you.
Okay.
When you can picture your own face, the Beyond will lead you back to your own kind, to the world of mortals.
I get to pick what my face looks like. Let's make one from scratch. Not to be sexist, but we're gonna play a male. It's gonna be human because, well, I mean, it's been a while. Are there any new races? We have the Avatar race. Dwarf, elf, godlike, which just kind of looks like... I think they fixed it up a little bit in Pillars 2. I remember them looking pretty fugly in number 1. No. No furries for me, thanks. What are we gonna do? I mean, the whole point of Deadfire is like being on a boat. Screw it, we'll make a pirate. Ocean folk. That does not look like an ocean folk. Well, I mean, he's kind of got like the makeup of a pirate. Multi-class characters are not recommended for new players. I have a bit of an idea of what to do for multi-class, because, I mean, what's a pirate without being, what is it, a swashbuckler? So we'll do fighter first. No benefits or penalties. Okay, so a black jacket prides themselves on being skilled with a wide variety of weapons. Through the original school was founded in Drywood. Though the original school was founded in Direwood. Ugh, this is going to be a long episode. Many sister academies have sprung up across the Eastern Reach and old empires. Former students of the Black Jacket often wear Black Brigandine as a sign of fellowship. I haven't hit a single word in like any of these sentences. You start with an additional weapon set and weapon proficiency. How often? I think we were swapping quite a bit. I think, well, the devoted is probably the opposite. Yeah, the devoted are dedicated to the pursuit of a single weapon to the exclusion of all others. They are so attuned to the techniques of their chosen arms that other weapons feel bizarre and alien to them. Because of their extreme specialization, devoted academies often consist of a single master or a tiny cadre of like-minded disciples. So the bonus is you may select a single weapon proficiency as their chosen weapon. But it increases penetration. Yeah. How much goes through the armor rating to consider how much damage is done. Increased critical hit damage with their chosen weapon. Accuracy is penalized whenever using a weapon that is not the chosen weapon. So realistically, as long as we stick to the right weapon, we're fine. Only gain a single proficiency and no new proficiencies during level up. So I mean, it's good and bad. We don't get to bounce around with selected weapons if we go devoted. I wonder what the bonus is, though. Yeah. I'm assuming as long as we... Well, it depends. I'm thinking a swashbuckler... I'm thinking it's going to be a fighter and a rogue, if I remember correctly. Unbroken... Unbroken fighters are glaciers of the battlefield, slow-moving and almost indestructible, and dangerous to circumvent. Often underestimated for their lack of mobility, the Unbroken have laid countless foolhardy opponents to the battlefield. Unbroken academies tend to be somber, serious places, most common in similarly somber, serious nations such as Adir and Ridosaurus. Oh, you gain shield mastery. So sword and board, but has penetration on disengagement attacks? There are a lot of mechanics that I do not know. Tactician. Those who can rally their wits in the heat of battle are known as tacticians. These warriors see all forms of combat as only pieces moving in play. Frequently assuming leadership positions with a structured military, tacticians weaponize cleverness and sharpen experience. Restore discipline when successfully interrupting an enemy action. What's discipline again? This is going to be a long series if I don't remember how to do this. Fighter abilities require and consume discipline on use. Outside of combat, a fighter's discipline is restored, ready to be used in the next encounter. Brilliant Tactician. While all enemies are flanked and no allies are flanked, gain Brilliant Tactician. That doesn't... Oh, is it just gains Brilliant? I don't think warriors need intelligence. I guess maybe if we're doing like spellcraft or something. Let's go... Switching weapons is a free action. Constant recovery is less effective. I mean, I kind of want to do... What would it be, like sabers and pistols? It's always fun to get a ranged volley in. But seeing how we're playing on Path of the Damned, maybe I should try and just do one weapon type. Okay, let's go Devoted. And if we're going full penetration, then I think we should just do straight up damage. Okay, there we go, Swashbuckler. Okay, oh. So, debonaires, as charming as they are devious, these rogues use cleverness and diplomacy to achieve their goals. Often acting only in self-interest, they have been known to contract high society thefts, unveil scandals, or even perform occasional white-glove assassinations. That kind of sounds pirate-like. Gain significant hit to crit. Yeah, I know about attack rolls. I don't know what hit to crit means, though. I guess we gain the ability to charm targets and then just destroy them. Hit to graze against attacks when not affected by any afflictions. Cannot engage. Engagement can be acquired from spells, abilities, talents, or by wearing a shield. Engagement occurs anytime a character attacks an enemy with a melee weapon at close range. As soon as the attacker gets close enough, he or she will engage. When a character is first engaged, he will stop moving. The character is free to move around their engager, but moving away will provoke a disengagement attack. Does that mean... Is engagement like the same as like attacks of opportunity? Gains cowardice. Receive a penalty to accuracy and defenses if there are no allies nearby. Okay, that doesn't sound good to me. Trickster. I'm not even gonna bother with this name. So they dabble in illusion magic to augment their rogue abilities. Using magic, we are not using magic. Automatically gain select illusion wizard spells at different levels, not for us. Street Fighter. Street Fighters excel when the odds are against them, becoming especially deadly when they are outnumbered and bloodied. Sneak attack becomes more deadly and initiative decreases when the Street Fighter is flanked or bloodied. Wait. Initiative decreases. Oh. Okay, I guess it's just like a countdown system instead of a count up. Weapon crit damage increases when the Street Fighter is both flanked and bloodied, but initiative is penalized when the Street Fighter is neither flanked nor bloodied. Man, that's rough. So this would be good if we were attacking in the fray, but we would probably be frontlining, which means we'd probably have to build for con. Assassin. Assassin trained to strike opponents who are completely unaware of their presence, often killing a hapless victim in a single blow. However, assassins are even more fragile than other rogues, making them vulnerable to toe-to-toe fights. Gain the Assassinate passive, which grants additional stealth attack bonuses to penetration, accuracy, and critical hit damage. All damage received is increased. I think we either do no subclass, like really, if our initiative goes last because we're not flanked or bloodied, I don't think it's terrible. It's not going to help. I don't even know what the ability tree would look like. But we are going to be a full melee fighter, I guess. Okay. So here are our recommended for Swashbuckler. Thank you, tutorial. So we have 15 points, and each one is just a straight up point. So we want Constitution. Maybe not max. Let's get into the healthy range, I think. Each one's just like a straight up 5%. No dexterity. What? Dexterity affects characters' action speeds with all attacks, spells, and abilities and contributes to the reflex defense. It represents a combination of hand-eye coordination, swiftness, and overall grace. Oh, maybe I'm thinking this wrong. Maybe we just need to be strong, dude? Logic and reason. We won't go too low. Ability, duration, and will. What is this? Wait. Resolve contributes towards reducing hostile effect durations, as well as improving will and deflection defenses. It reflects a character's internal drive, determination, and fearlessness. Okay, I think we need that at least 15. Dexterity. Like, I would imagine that... I'm trying to figure out which one is, like, chance to hit. So, resolve is, like, additional defenses. Intellect is, like, I don't think we're going to be doing any area of effect. Oh, this is where all our accuracy is. So really we don't need any bonus dexterity, do we? I think I should max something out, but I don't know. Represents a character's physical and spiritual strength, brute force, as well as their ability to channel powerful magic. We won't be too tanky, I think. 14's probably not that bad. I think that's good. I mean, we could crank that down to 3, but I think we'd just be... I mean, the hole's already dug. Thanks, plural. I just should find a guide for this. I'm sure it's fine. So we're going to be a meleeer with no magic skill whatsoever. We're going to be as graceful as Jack Sparrow. And we will live through everything. Sure, why not? I mean, I think we hit all the important ones anyways. Thanks, tutorial. We're Where are you from? Tropical climate. I mean, that's pretty close. The nation of Adir is at the heart of the houses of the majority of human and elven populace. Once a powerful colonial force, with the loss of Viserys and Direwood. I'm just gonna brutalize this name until I hear how it's properly said. Reduced its stature. What's the Deadfire archipelago? I mean, I think we're gonna have to not take this simply because... I mean, dexterity would be nice, but maybe we can find like a might or a resolve one. Eastern edge of the known world, dominantly populated by the island Aumana, who make up the tribes of Huana. The chains of hundreds of islands span thousands of miles, so this might be closer to like a pirate. The plains, probably not. I mean, I guess we could probably figure out whether we're going to go to true story style or whether or not we're just picking the option that looks the best. Perception, might, constitution, intellect. So that one's automatically out. Dexterity, so we have 2 resolves and then 1 of everything else. What would I like to bolster is the question. I mean, damage is pretty good. Let's just do might. What was my job? Scientist. I mean, Jack Sparrow probably had, like, Explorer. He had the compass. Diplomacy, no. Drifter? I think that looks a little bit better. The only thing that I wonder is if Drifter, if these stats are determined by dexterity bonus, which we have absolutely none. So many choices. Okay, I think we're just gonna go with Explorer. So we get 1 choice for this entire game. Did he use a... No, he used a saber. I mean, in like D&D, sabers are pretty decent. Windmill slash by swinging the saber with great arcing strikes. Gain penetration at the cost of initiative. I mean, our initiative is already screwed, so... Oh, and the faces. Yeah, we got the typical avatar faces that we don't get to pick from. Asian dude. I think he had more dreads than that. Is there any... Okay, we got some sort of like weird skin mask thing. Some kind of chitinous plate armor. This guy is definitely a tree. Where are all my dreaded friends? Nope. I guess these are all female. We can't really... Ugh! No. Go see a doctor. Why? Maybe I just have like one of those phobias where like lumps and circles on places that shouldn't have lumps and circles. Okay, let's scroll up, click off. We'll just pick... Which one looks most pirate-like? Yep, can we just have like a blank? I don't really care at this point. Let's go this guy. Oh, colors. We'll go bright pink with a side of fuchsia purple. Skin... I don't know. I think he had like pretty dark-ish skin. Whatever, we'll just stick with this. It's probably not that important. Hair, black. Because who cares? Eyes. I mean, we're probably never going to get close enough to care. Face? Nah, let's stick with one. So we need dreads. Oh, that looks right. Actually, I think his beard is like brownish, isn't it? Yeah, it's probably okay. Let's do it the other way. Let's go brown and then... yeah. And then for hair, I don't think we get the hipster cut. Let's just go with... I mean, he has a headband on. I'm not talking. I think that looks pretty close. He has the headband on, so you can't really tell. Voice, great.
Quick and quiet.
No, I don't think so.
Need a hand? I'll lead the way. Let's go. Let us end this.
Charge!
No prisoners. They won't see me coming. Yes? Now I am leader of the group.
Okay, Sinister sounds pretty good.
Easy does it.
Hey there. I got this. I got this.
Sinister it is. Poise? Oh. Sticking out your chest. Or Mr. Burns' hunch. Roguish is hand on the hip. Then what's sassy? Oh, other hand on the hip. I mean... I think you guys might have had to put a little more effort into the pose. Hardened, yeah. That definitely looks like a comfortable position for arms. I mean, sullen is more like swole. Whatever, let's just do roguish. No, we'll do the other roguish. Oh. Name for our watcher. Okay, so it's gonna be Trueslider. English. True pirate. I mean, sure, there's no point in going back to look at this now. Yeah, there's no dagger requirement for sneak attack. I think we're alright. I think we're gonna be okay.
Go forth now, Watcher, as my herald. Know that I do not give you this title lightly. When the time comes, you will have the power to reveal the souls that cling to you. To open the gateway from the in-between to the waking world. Find Aethys. Learn his plans. When I have cause to talk to you, I will summon you.
That's very direct.
With a quick gesture of her hand, you feel a sharp pain in what would be your chest. The pain continues, intruding deeper into your soul. Looking down, you see a small lump of darkness roiling within you. The darkness lingers there, but the pain abates and fades entirely within the span of a few seconds.
A chime. Do not fear, Herald. It will not harm you unless you choose to cross me again.
The pits of her eyes darken briefly, flashing a death's head your way. The translucent mask quickly returns, and her gauntleted hand gestures to the dwarf hovering nearby. The dwarf nods, contorts his face with his odd smile, and gestures to a new door.
I don't think she was happy that we screwed her over the first time. There we go. That looks... What's this? I keep bumping my mic. Yeah. Okay. Game... graphics. Okay, we are playing at 1440p. Everything's downscaled to 1080. Mostly because it's a lot of bitrate to put up 1440p content. And I don't know. I have all of 16 subscribers now. So unless people would like to see 1440p content, I think I'm happy with 1080p. Oh. Do I wake myself? Or do I touch the statue? You sense the steward spirit in the bust, but she is unaware of you. I'm sort of regretting my color palette choice.
The return to your body feels like waking after fitful drunken sleep. The rocking of the ship sends pain jolting through your limbs. Crashing waves hammer inside your skull.
My lord, have you returned to us?
The voice echoes from inside the bust. The remains of the steward of Cadnua.
How are you feeling?
Alive.
Given what you've suffered, that is no small accomplishment. I hate to cast a pall over your recovery, but I'm afraid I have some bad news for you. Cadnua has been destroyed. Aethys possessed the statue of Maros Nua and rose from the ground, consuming the souls of all nearby.
Damn.
It is only by the exceptional strength of your soul that you survived. And even then, just barely. The further Aethys withdrew, the weaker you became. We chartered this ship and followed him to the Deadfire archipelago. I know not how, but it seems he has retained a piece of your soul, and proximity to it has brought you back.
I know.
My lord, you've barely moved in weeks. How?
I obviously made a deal with the devil.
Misfortunes brewing topside. Wait. Migrants fires the captain stirs.
An older man with ale-sour breath rubs his bloodshot eyes and stares at you.
Engrim, the smell of drink on your breath could wake the very dead. Now what's this about?
Pirates. They're demanding parley with you, Captain.
Oh, are they?
It would be wise to arm yourself first, my lord. You'll find equipment in the wardrobe next to me.
Alright. Well, I think we're ready for our first fabulous adventure. Oh, the choices that I have made. Many regrets. Well, there's no stopping now. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye for now.